legends, I hope you're all awesome. We've got this mighty little beast, the Dive Pitch Shifter from Klowra, on the bench today. This fits a polyphonic pitch shifter with 8 milliseconds of latency, which is amazing given the form factor and especially compared to some other pedals which have over 15 or 20 milliseconds of latency when doing polyphonic drop tuning. Furthermore, there is a glide control on here, so you can set this up for whammy style drops. The foot switch has 3 functions. You've got a momentary, a latching, and an AB mode, so you can actually set up 2 separate pitch intervals on here. It can go up to 7 semitones and then an octave and then 2 octaves, and then there's a dive function which takes you ultra low on here. So you can use that in combination with the glide, which has an attack and a release control on here. This runs off 150 milliamps of power, so it should fit on just about any pedal board with a modern power supply. If you're running something like a Fractal AM4 or a Strymon Iridium and you wanted to have polyphonic drop tuning, you might want to take a look at this one as an alternative to a couple of other brands out there. Furthermore, if you want to use it as a detune effect or a straight up octaver, you can do that as well, and it's got the advantage of having the AB mode on there. Let's just have a play around with this and hear some detuned chords with a clean tone, a crunch tone, and a dirty tone, and then I'll take you through a couple of the other functions. I'm going to be using an external switch on here. You will notice that's a little 1/8" jack on there, but Klowra give you this little converter cable, plugs into the side, and then you can connect your standard TRS style jack in here. Let's go. using the drop tune function on there sounds pretty stable. It feels pretty good just going a semitone or 2 semitones down. And again, having the A-B switch on here I think is really handy if you needed to play a bunch of songs in standard tuning and then go down maybe a semitone for some other songs and a whole tone for some other songs. This is going to cover it without you having to kneel down and actually change the interval on there. I really like that. Let's hear some of the octave and sub-octave effects as well as some of the dive functions on here, because you can go kind of crazy with this and also works really nicely on bass. Their algorithm essentially is set up so you've got a guitar-specific algorithm for higher frequencies and a bass-tailored algorithm for lower frequencies. Setting up the foot switch on here for momentary switching and then playing around with the glide attack and release controls can give you a whammy style effect on here. So the primary function of this knob controls the attack, so the amount of time it takes to go from your standard guitar signal to your detuned guitar signal. If you press this little button here and twist this knob, that will change the release time, so the amount of time that it takes to snap back. We will start off with the attack and release at their minimum. This is going to give you an instantaneous effect. I personally like having a really fast release on this and a slightly slower attack if I'm going for that whammy style effect. But again, I'll show you the range of options that we've got on there. thank you to Klowra for sending this out so I can make this video. I'm really impressed by this little pedal. I think it competes really well with things like the Boss XS1 and the Digitech Drop, running off a small amount of power. Having a super small footprint on here makes this a no-brainer if you're running, say, another modeler and you want some drop tune functions, or you want to add these functions just to play around with on your pedal board for the odd gig here and there, or to use the sub-octave and dive functions on there just to make big dumb guitar noises. And I'm all about the big dumb guitar noises. So if you want to learn more, check the link in the video description. And if you want to support what I'm doing here on the channel, check out the Patreon, the music that I make with my band Ragdoll. Grab yourself some free IRs and have some fun with your guitars. I'll see you on the next one.